Okay guys, my name is Nikita Butoma and I continue my explanation about our mind. How does it work? So I decided not to explain you all my theory from one chapter to the last chapter, but instead I am willing to explain different points of my theory, which explains an interesting points of our life. So one day ago I was walking from my job along the Horokova street and have been across river Moika, a small bridge, and suddenly I was amazed by the ripple on the water, which was raised by a northwest wind. It was a small ripple on a dark water, which was slowly, very poor, lightened by any fires, and suddenly I was amazed a strange feeling which I feel in my body. And it was like I was deepened, I was drowned in this water, but slowly dark water suddenly appears to be in my chest. It was a strange feeling which was calmed me in one moment, and suddenly I realized that all methodics of meditation which I have been reading in different books are wrong. What is the meditation? What meditation is? Meditation is concentration our mind on any subject, or else it may be the relaxation and feeling you're existing anywhere. Not in one place, not here, but anywhere. It's a feeling which may got you amazing relaxation and amazing feeling of presenting in the world entirely, in different parts of world. So how it is describing in different books. For example, the monk is sitting on the top of the mountain in special pose. His legs is stretched, his hands is put on his stretched legs, and his fingers is crossed like this in both hands. His eyes are closed, and suppose it that he his mind is stopped there working, he's working, and in this stop working he feeling himself entire with whole universe. It's supposed, but it is not, because from my experience and from experience in many books, it is unreachable statement when you stop it to stop it you thinking, and it's impossible to reach, because if your efforts to stop any thinking by what? By thinking not to think, and that is a round circle. That is why it doesn't work. Deeply digging in my theory, I was thinking that maybe the meditation isn't seeing, maybe the meditation is feeling. And according to my theory, our neuron net has two parts. One part is a rectangular shaped screen, which is in our mind, inside our mind, of course, which is named first screen. I name it first screen, and the second is the second screen, is a rectangular shape area, which is situated between our in our chest, between our hands, between our shoulders, down to the our belly. So the second screen is responsible for our feeling, and the first screen is responsible for our seeing. As you may have known, we not see the real world properly. We think, we believe that we are seeing the entire world, the external world, external reality properly, but it is not. Because first of all, our eye is accustomed to perceive reality in such a way which allows him to catch an enemy, catch a food from any subject you can see it, he can see, and that is why our perception not linear, as was as had imagined Italian painters, and it's much more complicated than linear perception. It's first of all, and secondary, we are not seeing the existing external world, because we only keep the signals from our eye to our mind, and our perception, our feeling of reality, it's only not a screen, it's only a huge of signals in which we somehow may create any picture which is maybe according to the external world, and maybe not according. For example, there is six people which claim that they are seeing hosts, and we in normal condition are not seeing a host. And they are seeing a host. If the hosts really exist, I believe they are not, but they are seeing them. Why? Because they create a screen in their mind and put the hosts inside that screen. Which bother us to do the same thing, which we create the external picture in our mind. What is proof that that picture is real, and it is real as the real world? It is corresponds to each part to part, details to details, to the external world. I have no proof of that. Only our belief. It's not belief, it's faith. Actually, it's faith. We need to faith that we seeing reality properly, because it belief lays in the ground of our acting, our searching the food, our escaping our enemy. So we are not seeing in the first screen the real world. We only seeing a signal, and somehow we had teached us to explore these signals and recognize that signals as threat or not threat, or pleasure, or maybe whatever else. And on the contrary of the first screen, which is, as I said, not to reflect entire world as it is, we have a second screen, which is, as I said, situated in the shape of rectangular, maybe not. It is growing in our life, and it's a part of our nature net, and this second screen is the area of our feeling. Returning to our problem with our monks. The monk is sitting, and if he meditate properly, he must not seeing the reality outside him, the shape of water, the shape of lake. On the contrary, he needs to get a feeling of what he is seeing. Get a feeling, but not by his eyes, and by that rectangular second screen. This second screen, it's amazing thing. Its second screen is a screen on which our disturbing of our nature net reflecting, on which we try to claim that disturbing, and if it not happened, then we cast the second screen, cast the disturbation, maybe the remains of disturbation remains uncalming disturbation on the first screen, which we are perceived as our thoughts. Our thoughts, it's not any commands, it's not our cognition. Cognition, it's a produce of our thinking, which is described in many books, and the psychologist believe that we are thinking in cognitions, and that needs any computers to be in our mind, but we have no computers. It's much more simple. We have no computers inside our brain. We have any consciousness. Only we believe that we have a consciousness, only because if we have a faith, if we believe, if we think that we are conscious, then we have any chemical jobs in our veins, in our blood, which pleasure us. And the thinking we are conscious cause the jabbing in our veins, in our bloods, that natural chemical drugs, which pleased us, and we think we are conscious again and again and again, and it allows us to endure the horror of the external world. Why is it horror? Because the external world is the threat. And returning to our monks, the monks need to perceive reality on the second screen, and if he perceives the smoothie surface of the lake without wind, and deep its surface in his second screen, he suddenly feels that his net is calming very rapidly, so his second screen does not cast any reflection, any thoughts, any remind disturbation on his first screen. So on the first screen there will be no thoughts at all, and the aim of monks that stopping the internal dialogue, the stopping of thinking, will be completed. Thank you.